Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about dungeons, and more specifically, dungeon items. As always, if you like the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, it really helps. So in this chest, I have the 6 different dungeon items that you can find inside dungeons. So I'm going to be talking about all of them and their different uses. So the first is the trap. The trap is a pressure plate that deals damage based on the dungeon floor that you're on. And because only the first 4 dungeon floors have been released, it really doesn't do much damage, and it just isn't very useful because it can't even one-shot the basic enemies inside the dungeons. So I think that this is not a very useful item, and I wouldn't really be prioritizing trying to use it all the time. Next is the training weights. So the training weights are a bit like the bottles of Gyre from the Winter Jerry event, where they become stronger the longer you hold them in your inventory. For example, my training weights that I've had in my inventory for 1,257 minutes have a strength gain of 22 strength. And how that works is that when I decide to remove them from my inventory, I instantly, for the next 2 minutes, get a number of strength equal to whatever strength gain the training weights are on, and the maximum is 50 strength. So I think right now there aren't really any uses for this item. However, when harder floors are released, I think that this will become a very useful item that will make the difference between you being able to complete a boss in a dungeon. So I would say keep 1 or 2 in your inventory for now and just let them get up to 50 so that whenever you need to, you can use them. So next is the inflatable Jerry. So this summons a Jerry, and I think that what the Jerry does, it makes all the other mobs in the dungeon run away because for some reason they are scared of Jerry. And that is really useful because for those couple seconds while they're running away from Jerry, they don't hit you and they completely lose aggro on you. And you can use this opportunity to run away or to hit them. The only problem with this is that most of the time it doesn't really work and it just doesn't do anything. However, when it does work, it's very powerful. Next is a decoy. This is a bit like the inflatable Jerry, where it spawns an entity inside the dungeon, which looks like a player, but it's completely all white, and it automatically aggroes all the nearby mobs. However, this isn't a very useful item because it dies in one shot to anything. So the mobs inside the dungeon just attack this and then go straight back to you. So and most of the time it doesn't even do anything, it's just a dud. So this is very much not a useful item. Next is the diffuse kit. This diffuse kit is a must-have item to have in your inventory and maybe even in your hotbar while doing dungeons. So you could use these to disable traps, and if you disable traps, you have a chance to gain an intelligence boost. So I think that this is an extremely useful item that you have to have in your inventory while doing dungeons, and without it, it makes it a lot more, not really harder, but it makes completing dungeons a lot more annoying because traps can be the reason that you die to some mob that you shouldn't die normally. Last but not least are the Spirit Leaps. So this item is by far the most useful dungeon item. So when you right click with it, it lets you teleport to any teammate anywhere in the dungeon. And this can be so useful. It can just save time. It can help you when you're lost inside the dungeon, which will be even more useful because the later dungeon floors that haven't been released yet are going to be even bigger than. Okay, why is there rain? Rain, rain, go away. Um, there, no rain. So I guess we will be finishing this inside the hub next to Mayor Seraphine. So this is very useful because it lets you teleport to anyone, and whether your teammate or you is like you think that you're about to die to a mini boss like the Shadow Assassin or something, this can really help you out, or it can help you teleport away from a situation where you think you're about to die. So this is very much a useful item that can easily save the run for your team. So yeah, those are all the items. If you enjoyed, make sure to comment down below about what you want to see future episodes about, because I need content, please.